I, like most people, enjoyed Neil deGrasse Tyson's work. I loved Cosmos, I liked Star Talk, and I thought of him as a very positive figure in the scientific community, making science fun for everyone, entertaining to a younger demographic, and just enjoyable overall. And that all changed when I followed him on Twitter. This dude's Twitter is fucking nuts. It seems like he's completely separated himself from even the most basic level of humanity. It's like he went so deep into the cosmos that he popped out of the universe's asshole, saw a bunch of shit that he didn't like, re-entered the universe's butthole like a finger during a prostate exam, and now he's just a weird Twitter lunatic. Today, in light of the recent tragedies, he had the audacity to tweet this shit out. Now, a lot of pseudo-intellectual Redditors were like, oh, why is everyone all upset? He's just spouting facts. And yes, while the statistics he lists here are accurate, although the medical death number there is a little misleading, I recommend you look into that and why it is the way it is right there. It doesn't matter because what his tweet here reads is, it basically just trivializes the mass shootings, which is such a fucked up take. It's like he's a death hipster. Yeah, I was appreciating deaths over 48 hours before it was cool by the media, as he fucking smokes a joint and then sniffs his own farts. It's such a horrible take on a tragedy, double tragedy. I just can't believe that he would sit there, look up the stats, because there's no way he knew it by memory. He just wanted to compare this to bigger numbers to try and trivialize it. Like, I don't understand what point he's making, to be honest. I guess the point he's making is people are dying all the time, but we only care when the media picks up on it. But that's such a weird fucking hill to die on, because the deaths he lists here, save for the deaths via handgun, are deaths that are actively being worked towards fixing. Shit that are accidents, literally accidents. The mass shootings were deliberate attempts to kill people. People going to Walmart to buy fucking yogurt and shit, getting blasted by a lunatic. I can't even believe that he would compare something like that to a car accident. It's unbelievable to me, and it made me so fucking upset because, again, I did like this guy. I haven't liked him for a little while because I followed his Twitter, but man, he is so disconnected from just actual humanity. It's sickening. It's a guy, he's like the real-life Rick Sanchez with no humor about him or wit or really anything good about Rick Sanchez. The only thing he has from Rick is that he's into science and he doesn't give a shit about anything, I guess. It's just so fucking wild to me. This is actually something we talked about on the official podcast today. This basically boils down to that argument people make all the time, like, shit, I got a bad grade and, you know, I hurt my ankle so I can't play basketball. I'm not doing well. I'm going through some shit. And then your friend or someone you don't really know that well says, oh yeah? Well, there's people starving in other parts of the world, so think about that for a little perspective. You don't have it that bad, Cody. It's really not that bad compared to someone else. Just invalidating what you're going through, trivializing it because people have it worse. Which is incredibly fucking stupid because no one has the right to tell you how you should be feeling. It's like the same thing with depression. Oh, why are you depressed? You have all this good shit going for you. By that same metric, no one should be allowed to be happy except for Jeff Bezos. Because he is the happiest man in the world, so how could anyone else be happy? Oh, what are you happy for? Oh, you just graduated college? Yeah, Jeff Bezos has $100 billion. Why are you happy, pussy? Does that sound right? Let's get rid of happiness because no one's as happy and well off as Jeff Bezos. It's the stupidest fucking argument. It's downright deplorable. And it's exactly what Neil has done with mass shootings. Imagine him saying this to the families of one of the victims. Yeah, hey look, I know your son was just killed in this shooting, but did you know 200 some people are dying every 48 hours from suicide? You really shouldn't get this emotional just because it's a spectacle. Oh, thank you, Neil. Yes, I needed that statistical drop of wisdom right there. You telling me that makes it a much easier pill to swallow. Thank you so much, Neil, for your sage advice. You omniscient being of science. It's just, I have no fucking idea what you're doing with this tweet. I really just don't get it. It's so fucked up. I just can't believe that anyone would defend that complete lack of sympathy or really just lack of emotion in general. Here's some cold hard statistics that are in no way related to a mass shooting, but these are bigger numbers, so bang, I'm just gonna jerk that off onto Twitter. Enjoy my science, dick. I really just can't stand this guy anymore. His whole Twitter is like this. The tweet right underneath this one, the one he tweeted before this, also grinds my nutsack to a dust as well. Fucking mortar and pestles it into a fine powder. It's about a poster for a horror movie that has a snowflake on it, and Neil deGrasse Tyson gives this little, oh, this is a very accurate snowflake. Oh, if I was an elementary school teacher, I would be giving this one an A+. It is the most scientifically accurate representation of a snowflake I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. It's amazing. What a snowflake. That's his whole fucking Twitter feed. He is literally the meme of, well, actually, as he wiggles his finger into a conversation. That's his whole goddamn Twitter. I know he had that viral tweet a while back, you know, when Lord of the new Hobbit movie came out, and he's like, hey, well, if the hobbits were actually this short, their digestive tract would be very small, and their shits would be only about 5 centimeters long. You know, get a load of that. They wouldn't be taking big shits at all, and their feet couldn't be that big. It was just stupid garbage nonsense. And not even a week ago, Neil deGrasse Tyson was snorting lines of coke and tweeting, melting down about the fucking Disney Frozen 2 snowflake not being an accurate representation of a snowflake. And then he, you know, makes this whole hoopla about it because God forbid an animation be a little bit different in its representation of a snowflake. So Neil deGrasse Tyson's just the preeminent expert on all things snowflake related, and shame on Disney for not contacting him about how it should look in their movie. I don't know if this was supposed to be a joke, but it doesn't read as a joke, it doesn't work as a joke, and then he goes on to like justify him criticizing it and wanting it changed. So he clearly didn't frame it as a joke. He was just like, hey, this is fucking wrong, and I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, so I'm putting my whole fucking dick in here. And I just don't get it. This man doesn't understand like humanity anymore. All he understands is garbage, Twitter garbage, and shit like that. He's a shit poster, an edgelord shit poster now. I just don't know what's gone on. He's just become, well, it's not even he's become, his whole Twitter's been like this, but he's just this fucking Twitter asshole, man. And it's super sad. But he's been like a harmless edgelord. Like the Disney Frozen 2 shit, that's pretty trivial in comparison to his tweet today. That's just downright evil in my opinion. Yeah, let me go ahead and take this stance on it where only 34 people died. Look at all these other people that have died over 48 hours. Pretty silly in comparison, right? You guys only care about the big spectacles. You're such a fucking asshole, Neil. You really are, man. Just take a step back and realize the kind of shit that you're saying and how it comes across. I really don't even know your intention behind the tweet. Some people are saying, oh, he had a good intention behind it but framed it wrong and phrased it wrong in a bad way. But I don't see how that's ever a good intention, to point out other problems that people are aware exist and are actively trying to work on, whereas mass shootings in the US are a huge problem that no one really has a solution on. So what's the point in comparing the two? There's no overlap. Yeah, they're both problems. That's the only thing they have in common. It's just so insensitive and fucked up. That's about it. So yeah. Yesterday I made a video making jokes at a man named Brian Taylor, who's an Australian sports commentator who went out of his way to insult an esports team at a football game for no reason. And now all 5 of Brian Taylor's fervent fans on Facebook are mad at me. So they've got their pitchforks out. They've rallied the entire anti-vaccination group of moms there to target me and get mad at me, all because I insulted their hero with some jokes. And I also want to talk about Reddit because the video got posted there, and Reddit has to be the most humorless place on the fucking planet. Let me make this clear for all enlightened atheist Redditors out there, you euphoric beings. I just posted that video to make jokes. The guy was being a douchebag, so, you know, that's ripe for making jokes about. If you're gonna dish out jokes and be mean, you should be able to take some jokes as well, as should your fans. It was not there as some type of moral high ground where I'm trying to rally a team of elite gamers to show Brian that he's a bad person and going to hell for insulting gamers. No, I just wanted to make jokes. I pointed out why he's a douchebag, and then I made jokes at him and about him. It's not supposed to be some thought-provoking piece that rattles your very soul and makes you self-reflect on yourself. I just wanted to make some fucking jokes. Meanwhile, Reddit's like, oh, this guy's such a hypocrite. Yeah, Brian was insulting those guys, but this guy's no better. He's insulting Brian. Oh, disgusting. Jokes? What do you mean jokes on the internet in 2019? Isn't that illegal? This man should be thrown in jail for making jokes. He should be in the slammer right now. I don't get it. How dumb is Reddit overall? Or not even dumb. I think it's just blatantly ignorant to just social shit in general. I think it's very clear I was just making jokes. It wasn't supposed to be some type of moral piece. Yeah, I pointed out he's a douchebag. Yeah, I pointed out it's rude. It is. And then I made jokes. It's not like I was there to be better than Brian. I just wanted to make some fucking jokes. And I think Facebook understood that. They at least knew it was there for jokes, not some type of moral piece. But let me give you a little background on the Facebook thing. So Brian Taylor's got a Facebook page, a fan page. It's not his page. And it started out as a satire piece to make fun of Brian Taylor originally. And then it got hijacked by people that actually like Brian Taylor. So now it has this identity crisis where sometimes it supports him and then other times it just takes the dick right out of him. So it's got this weird dichotomy going on, this weird civil war, and it seems I've united them as a common enemy like the raid boss. So now they've all come together to insult me. And I can't tell if it's ironic or not, and I don't really care because it's pretty goddamn entertaining. So Brian Taylor, the owner of the account, posted this, or he calls me a neck-bearded virgin who attacks BT. It's a bit of a stretch. I can tell the person who owns this account's probably in like mid-30s, because they must have just read neck-bearded virgin on like an archived 4chan source trying to catch up with like internet lingo and shit. I don't have a neck beard. I don't even grow hair down here except for like rogue pubic hairs that'll pop up here and there, which look fucking disgusting. And if I did have a neck beard growing in, I would immediately nair that off or like go to laser hair removal because I just can't stand the look of neck beards. I'm sure some people can pull them off. I can't. And I know neck beard's supposed to just be a general insult, but in this case it doesn't really apply. Virgin, I'm not a virgin, but if you want to make me a virgin in your own headcanon lore to jerk off to, I'm totally fucking fine with that as well. But anyway, the people, he posted this, and then the fans or the people shitposting for Brian Taylor hopped on board, and there's some bangers in there. So the senile owner of this page says, odds on this bastard living in his parents' basement at 30, and the fans of this page are so fucking dumb, the response to this was, $1.02. How do you even dress yourself in the morning? That's not how odds work. Are you fucking kidding me? How fucking dumb are you? I'm not gonna sit here and be your 3rd grade teacher and teach you how this works, but god damn. I want you to go through this out loud in your head, looking in the mirror at some point. Someone asks you, hey, what are the odds that this horse wins the horse race? Your response, $1.02. Does that sound right to you? Or if you want to do it in a more social situation, what are the odds I get real fucked up at this party and bang this girl that I've been interested in? $1.02 odds. Does that sound right? No, it doesn't. You need to rehearse a little bit here. Holy shit. And that's what most of the comments are. There's also this really cute, innocent one. Is anyone else Googling lolly porn? This poor guy. This guy's obviously probably a middle-aged father. He doesn't know what that is, and he's in for a real rude awakening. Or he's gonna find something very sexually evil within himself. It's one or the other, really. Could go either way. I really just don't have a whole lot to say about the comments on here or the beef between Brian Taylor and I, because I really think most of these are ironic. I just really, it feels that way. It feels like they're all in on the joke, and some of them are really sad that I almost have to convince myself that it's ironic at some point. Some of them I just plain out, just outright can't understand, like this one. He doesn't look like he plays any sports. Clearly an uneducated man who's got no idea. You bagged a Coleman in 86 kicking 100 snags. BT, goodness gracious me. Don't know what's going on in the brain department here. I understood maybe half of those words. I have no fucking clue what bagging a Coleman 86 100-foot snag proton electron kinesiology power stone loop-de-doop and pull is. So a lot of it's just lost in translation on these. I can't even tell if they're insulting me or not because it just doesn't make sense. I don't know the sport. Then there's some real internet tough guys like, man, if he said this to Brian, I bet Brian would rip his goddamn tits off. I know I would if I ever saw this guy saying that shit. It's jokes. You need to have some thicker skin. I understand you're on your Facebook safe space, but it's a fucking joke. It's not really a call to action or violence. It's just making a fucking joke. And then there's this post right here comparing me to this character. And that's fair. I'll give you that. That's fair, honestly. You've got me on that one. Of the entire 1,000 comments, that's probably the best one. And really, I just don't have a lot to say about these, because again, I really feel like most of them are just in on the joke. So, Brian Taylor, this isn't his page, he hasn't responded, he probably won't. He seems like the kind of guy that can probably take a joke. He doesn't need limp-dicked Facebook fan pages fighting his battles for him. I'm sure he can handle it himself if he wants to, or there's a chance that he understands it's a goddamn joke. Reddit's the one that actually got under my skin just because of these fucking fart-sniffing, humorless assholes acting like they're the moral internet police, and you're not allowed to make jokes at any point for any reason whatsoever. Like, you can criticize the joke saying they're not good, that's totally fine, I get that. But to say that, you know, it's so hypocritical, jokes, that doesn't make any sense, that's just stupid. I hate that. So Reddit's the one that I actually felt more offended by than the Brian Taylor fan page that went out of their way to make a beef out of it, and I can't even tell if it's genuine or not, but either way it was entertaining. So that's about it. Brian Taylor was still a douchebag in that interview. He might be a good guy in real life, I don't know. That's it. See ya.
Was not this a magnificent day for sailing? Are you landlubbers enjoying Captain?
I feel like I'm playing old school RuneScape again.
Yeah.
Great.
Doing the fishing trawler minigame.
And I'm not going home.
Which one's Mark Hamill?
Oh, it's a big one.
Holy Lord, that's a Google image.
That it is.
Man, they really just throw you into the action here with no context. Oh, it's the Bermuda Triangle. I saw this in the Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion movie. We're watching Wolf Tracer's Dinosaur Island, for God's sake. If your dick isn't out by now, you're just watching it wrong. You know, Mark Hamill voices that character right there. Like the man said. 2004? What the fuck? I thought this was like a 1990s movie. So Mark Hamill plays Blake. I don't know which one Blake is yet. What was the budget? $780,000. Well, if that's what $780,000 buys you, that's fucked up.
Your streams are all...
This looks like $750,000 worth of quality.
Or what's left of it.
This was all animated in Nickelodeon's 3D Movie Maker. Bet you didn't know that.
Other side of this rock.
I can't believe this exists.
It's unbelievable. Look.
Mark Hamill, do something.
On another lean-to.
No, he might want dessert. But
it's like a point-and-click adventure game with no point and clicking.
Blake.
Scan ye shall receive.
We could use
the writing in this is superb, at least.
Look.
The animation leaves a little to be desired, but the writing is bulletproof.
Like,
you know, museum, bones, dead.
It's like Hydro Thunder.
Look at
Oh, you guys remember that old Reddit post on R Gaming? Voice crack.
Troy,
about that girl making like a super accurate dinosaur sim, and they showed concept art and it looked like this. I wonder if this is her project.
Where
the fuck did she get the gun? Oh! Get out of there, Kate. God damn! This is how the dinosaurs really went extinct.
This way.
A woman got angry. Almost $1 million for this. I could hire a 9-year-old to make something like this. Not that I'd hire a 9-year-old, I don't advocate for child labor. I'm not FaZe Clan, I wouldn't sign him to a deal or anything. Colin Slater made Rhapsody, Street Kids Believe in Santa? That movie is a classic! Oh man, this guy's a genius! This movie slaps. If you think Wolf Tracer's Dinosaur Island Electric Boogaloo or whatever it's called is good, you haven't seen shit until you've seen Rhapsody. How much did this cost? Oh yeah, Mark Hamill was in this as well, wasn't he? Yeah. I think Mark Hamill is secretly Colin Slater, like his alias. Why wouldn't people want to learn more about this guy? Does anyone have any connections to Colin Slater in the chat? I can't believe... Mark Hamill. Can someone get in touch with Mark Hamill and use him to get to Colin Slater? Get the fuck out of there, Troy! Oh, shit. He's been airlifted.
That should do it.
She's just gonna shoot Troy. Just execute him. Well, she might as well have. I was just gonna fall to his death. Oh, classic Colin Slater comedy. The Gutbusters. That's Colin Slater for you, true to form.
1984.
I mean this with the utmost sincerity. If any of you have even the loosest connection to Mark Hamill, can you get in touch with him and ask him about Colin Slater? If you die, I'm gonna know why, because Colin Slater's probably like an off-limit Illuminati type figure. Even asking about him is grounds for death, but if you survive, let me know if you can get him on the podcast.
Jack! Come back here, you coward!
What do you mean? That's like the best idea. Come back and get captured with us, you coward. You don't want to get tortured, pussy? Oh yeah, the sacred spoon. Magic conch.
Captain Blood.
No! The Captain Blood? What the fuck? Dinosaur hacker and newspaper blowing madman.
That's my good boy.
Oh, the Triceratops are coming in hot. Why can't he control the Triceratops? That's a huge oversight not to control the Triceratops who outnumber his army.
Jack,
Look at the tide.
I'm sorry I called you a coward back there.
Did you call me a coward? Sorry, I didn't hear you. I was too busy running away. That's everything, miss.
Checkmate, Mark Hamill.
Are you sure?
You fucking idiot.
Of course.
Thanks, Troy.
I feel bad
adventure
for
like
that
this
voice
doesn't come
actor.
along
He's
every
clearly
day.
given
Or an
110%.
adventurer like you.
You thought this was going to be his
What
big
do you
break,
say we
starring
set
along
sail?
Mark Hamill,
Aye, aye, Captain.
and then it ends up like this. Just butt fucker. Full-on penetration, Colin.
No, my darling.
Well, where's the portal? Also, why are you taking Clive? Oh, shit! What the fuck?
You be going somewhere.
Captain Blood! Oh, it's just Captain Blood. I thought there was more, right. That nefarious Captain Blood. Yeah, I must know what happens. We need a petition to make Colin Slater finish the story. Shit. Petitions always work. If there's enough outcry, he'll do it. Marvel is one of the biggest names in entertainment. They've been creating beloved superhero stories for like 100 years now. They have the most well-known and most recognizable characters of all time, second only to Jesus Christ, I imagine. Everyone knows the characters, seen the movies, or read the comic books. I myself am not a big comic book reader. I don't read many stories or anything of that nature. I don't read manga or shit like that. Maybe I'd read more Marvel comics if they had some hentai issues, but overall, I'm just not a huge fan of the medium. Nothing but respect for people that are, though. And yesterday, Marvel Comics made history by announcing something that nobody in the world liked. They announced the New Warriors comic series, which was received with overwhelming sighs and just a thunderous amount of disinterest. I swear to God, there's more hype in a retirement home when someone finally finishes bingo than for New Warriors. People get more excited in a public library when someone drops their pencil on the floor. Nobody was excited about it, and when they released it, a lot of people just felt downright insulted.
So the first character that we're introduced to is Trailblazer Law, and she inherited from her grandfather a magic backpack of divine origin.
So this is the first character we're introduced to in the Marvel New Warriors announcement, their fucking E3 press conference here for New Warriors. This is Trailblazer, and her superpower is having a magic backpack. So she's basically just Dora the Explorer. And the backpack itself looks like Ben 10's Omnitrix if it was butt-fucked by a laser tag vest. Now, I think it's a pretty lame superpower just to have a magic backpack that you pull things out of. Like, I can't really see that being super fun in a crime-fighting situation, you know. We're fighting the supervillain and my teammate's dehydrated, but luckily Trailblazer had a bottle of water in her super backpack. She saved the day. It's just, that's not really interesting from a superpower perspective, but there's nothing inherently silly or wrong about it. I just think it's kind of boring. What we get into and what most people have a problem with is the next few characters, because this shit is just so ridiculous.
Screen time is a internet kid taken to its sort of logical conclusion. As a youth, he was exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas, and that has patched him permanently into the World Wide Web.
This is where people started to roll their eyes because this shit just gets so fucking dumb. So screen time is the result of a teenager being exposed to their grandfather's experimental internet gas. What the fuck is experimental internet gas? Was his grandfather harvesting farts from a Twitch chat shit poster or something and then accidentally released it in the house? That's some of the laziest writing I've seen in a while. Fucking fanfic has better explanations for how a character gets their powers. If you really wanted to make sense of it, why not just have it be like, you know, he was a programmer who made a virtual reality game but accidentally locked himself in it and now he's stuck in there and, you know, caught in between the real world and the augmented world. Or even use fucking Wi-Fi if you want. Throw around some like boogeyman Wi-Fi 5G shit maybe. Get the conspiracy theorists all riled up about screen time. I don't know, man. But fucking experimental internet gas. Screen time is a meme-obsessed super teen whose brain became connected to the internet after becoming exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas. Still, I mean, that still just sounds so fucking dumb, especially when it's written down like that. Ah, his grandfather had internet juice and he accidentally drank from the bottle and now he's stuck in the internet. Now he can see augmented reality and real-time maps and can instantly Google any fact. You know who else can instantly Google any fact? Anyone else in the entire world who has a phone. It's not really a superpower. As you can clearly see, Marvel is struggling to come up with cool superpowers. A meme-obsessed super teen? They created a fucking Redditor. And he's actually worse than a Redditor. His only power to the group is being able to Google things. He's just a fucking cell phone with legs.
Snowflake and Safe Space are the twins, and their names are very similar to screen time. It's this idea that these are terms that get thrown around on the internet that they don't see as derogatory, to take those words and kind of wear them as badges of honor. Snowflake is non-binary and goes by they, them. Snowflake has the power to generate individual crystallized snowflake-shaped shurikens.
This is what made people the most upset. Snowflake and Safe Space. Let me preface this by saying I don't think there's anything wrong with Marvel taking this kind of approach to characters or using their comics to make political stances. It's totally within their right to do so, but this is the absolute worst possible way of going about it. Nobody appreciated this, and I fucking looked hard. I went through so many different Twitter threads. I went through the fucking swamp looking for anything I could find for anyone trying to say, good work, Marvel. There wasn't a single fucking person patting Marvel on the back for this shit. From the non-binary community, the vast majority of them felt insulted and embarrassed. They felt like they were being used as a joke by Marvel. And I see why, because this is the first non-binary superhero, and they named them Snowflake. That'd be like if the first homosexual superhero was called Captain Gay. I just can't imagine how they thought that was a good idea. They're not doing anything other than making these caricatures that just seem so out of touch. It's some ridiculous shit. Psychic twins. All twins are psychic, but we're psychic-er. That's such a fucking dumb line to kick it off. Snowflake can materialize snowflake-shaped shuriken projectiles for throwing, and Safe Space can materialize pink force fields but can't inhabit them himself. Reflex only works if he's protecting others. They're hyper-aware of modern culture and optics, and they see their superheroics as a post-ironic meditation of using violence to combat bullying. They're probably streaming this. That's just garbage. Actual fucking garbage. Set aside any personal beliefs or anything, these are just not good characters. The writing is bad. 100%. It's just terrible. It's actually fucking terrible. And they insulted the people that they really wanted to, you know, empower with their characters. It just made it seem like they were turning them into a joke. It's fucking terrible what they've done. They've made the worst cast of characters I've ever seen in comic books. From lazy writing to just being so out of tune and tone deaf. It's absolutely wild. I don't know why they wouldn't just make like an actual interesting character with an interesting superpower that happens to be non-binary, instead of making it something so on the nose like, here's Snowflake and Safe Space. Like, it's so silly. And then the last character is a fucking vampire. B negative is the goth kid. When he was a baby, he got a rogue life-saving blood transfusion, we assume, from Michael Morbius, and now he has a very similar look and very similar vampire powers. B negative ages like a regular person. Or does he? Who gives a fuck? I don't think there was anyone reading about B negative and wondering, you know, on the fucking edge of their seat, how is he aging? I don't think anyone's like, oh, he's going Benjamin Button style. I've got to know, how's he aging? And he definitely drinks blood. Or does he? Now I'm interested. Yeah, this is fucking bad. It's terrible. It's actually fucking terrible. And yeah, that's really about it. I don't know what the fuck Marvel's doing. I don't think there's anyone that's, you know, gonna go out there fucking day one launch of the new Warriors and buy these comic books. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong. That's about it. So yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow is a world-famous actress. Most of you are going to know her from her role in Iron Man and the Avengers and everything, where she plays Pepper Potts. I first became aware of her in Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, a movie that I convinced myself was only a dream about once every 5 or 6 years until I, for some reason, remember it and decide to Google it. But the point being, she's a well-known actress. She's been around for a long time. And now she's graduated from acting and has gone full-time into scamming with her company Goop. Goop you've probably heard of, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of outlets, pretty much everyone in the world has made shit shitting on Goop because it's pseudoscience that aims to scam women and exploit them for products they don't need and don't do anything. She basically sells queefs in a jar that are supposed to like realign your energy electromagnetic field and reset your chakra vibrations to send you to a different dimensional plane where you're healthier. It's a bunch of garbage. It's straight fucking nonsense. And I'm not even exaggerating with the example of queefs in a jar. I know that sounds extreme, but I mean, look at this new product that she's putting out that's already sold out. It's called This Smells Like My Vagina. It's a candle that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy, and to that I say, it's about damn time. Ever since I first saw Sky Captain, I've been going to bed tossing and turning, just being kept awake at night wondering, what does Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina, her cooter, what does it smell like? And now I can finally get the answer, or so I thought. I had to add myself to the fucking waiting list, and I've been on the waiting list for 4 days now, and it hasn't come back in stock. I don't know how hard it is just to stick some candle wax up your pussy. I mean, take one for the team, Gwyneth. You're selling this. At least have enough in stock so I can get one. God, I want this product almost as much as I want an air freshener that smells like Amy Schumer's asshole. In all honesty, I'm not overly interested in Gwyneth Paltrow's pussy candles. I'm not trying to have my whole house smell like Tony Stark's fingers. What I want to focus on is her new Netflix series called The Goop Lab, which is basically an entire show trying to normalize pseudoscience and promote and market pseudoscience, which I find to be more than just goofy, like what my vagina smells like, and it's just downright dangerous, especially in the current climate of things where this large group of stupid troglodytes think the earth is flat and these fucking Facebook wino alcoholic moms think vaccines are evil, so people aren't vaccinating their kids, which let me just quickly say, if you're not vaccinating your kids, you need to be thrown in jail. You're an absolute waste to society, a detriment to the whole fucking world, and you should be thrown in the slammer, and those kids should not be allowed out in public until they're vaccinated. Not the kids' fault, their parents are fucking idiots, but they need to be vaccinated, and those parents need to get the fuck out of here. Just wanted to get that out there real quick. So I'm thinking, what I'm saying here is I think the Goop Lab is the worst possible thing Netflix could possibly put on their catalog at the moment.
So what happens in a workshop?
Everyone gets off.
What the fuck are you doing to people?
That is the most fitting introduction to this pile of dog shit. What the fuck are you doing to people, Gwyneth Paltrow? I just still can't believe Goop is ever accepted as anything more than a joke to people. There was a whole fucking thing that Goop tried to promote of walking around barefoot because it cures depression. They said that by walking around barefoot, you're reconnecting with the earth itself and its energies. Gwyneth Paltrow says she gets stung by bees on purpose because it's healthy. They had a $55 jade egg that they were selling that you stick up your vagina, but then there became a lot of health risks associated with the jade egg, so they take it down. There's so much bafflingly awful shit in Goop. They tried to tell you to start yachting because yachting was good for your spirit, so they'd recommend these expensive yachting trips from Goop. It's fucking crazy. Like, half their shit sounds like something out of the Mad Max universe where you spray your fucking face with chrome and you go to Valhalla. They're really into these cleanses. They have a nothing but goat milk diet cleanse where you drink and eat nothing but goat milk for 8 days to heal yourself of parasites. They have this fucking shamanic healing ritual. They also have this bra burning ritual that they say gets rid of all the bad energy from your ex-boyfriends. So they promote that to burn bras in your own house, nearly lighting your fucking house on fire. It's crazy shit. It's absolute insanity.
I had an exorcism.
Oh, wow. She knew something that my husband didn't even know.
You want to talk about the vulva?
Yep, they've got it all. Psychic mediums, energy healing, and orgasms. There's a huge emphasis on orgasms here, as if Goop is known for orgasms. It's quite the opposite. They literally dry your vagina up. They promote vaginal steaming to get rid of moisture in your vagina. The last thing you're having following anything from Goop is an orgasm. But I mean, yeah, this show is just a piece of shit, and it's just outright dangerous, and Gwyneth Paltrow has gone completely off the deep end. I know a lot of these Hollywood weirdos, for some reason, get really into this garbage, like, you know, Scientology and shit like that, but this is so much worse, because she's actively out here marketing pseudoscience and exploiting women across the world with this absolute bullshit. Again, I know people shit on Gwyneth Paltrow and Goop all the time, but it's really important to do that now with the Goop Lab about to air. I guarantee there's a lot of very impressionable young women or completely out of touch boomer women that take it at face value, think it's real, and then all of a sudden it's the gateway drug to not vaccinating their kids, and that fucks all of us. I don't know why the fuck Netflix would think that something like this is a good idea. I don't know what they're going to do next. Maybe Netflix is going to fund a Holocaust denying documentary type thing. I don't know, because it seems like now they've opened the floodgates to complete lunacy. It's stupid, it's frustrating, and it makes me mad as shit that pseudoscience is as popular as it is at the moment. And flat earth, that's harmless. You know, I'm fine with that pseudoscience existing because people like to, you know, think they're smarter than everyone else. Oh, there's lizard people among us, the earth is flat. That's fine, that's harmless. But the second you stop vaccinating your kids and bringing back these old diseases and making them stronger, that's when the line needs to be drawn from this is comically goofy to holy fuck, this is something we need to actually take action on and be aware of. It's dangerous. That's the Goop Lab. That's what I feel like this show is going to be. It's just fucking bullshit. I hate it. That's it. So yeah. Justin Bieber is the Fortnite of pop music. Everyone shits on him, but he's still extremely popular. In fact, probably one of the most popular people in the world. I'd argue that there's only two names more famous than Justin Bieber's: RoboCop and Jesus Christ. So of course it was a big deal when the Biebs released his newest song, Yummy, and to no one's surprise, it blows asshole. It sucks fuck. It's just not good. It's aggressively generic and violently mediocre. Even the most die-hard Justin Bieber fans, the Beliebers as they're called by the International Terrorist Identification Unit, they don't even like it. They're not fans. It's just a very forgettably generic, not good song. You can't wiggle your finger to it because it's just passionless, soulless, and it's bad. And the music video is bad too, but it's not only fans that think it's bad. Even Justin Bieber's remarkably large marketing team is disappointed with its performance, and they're getting extremely desperate, begging for people to show interest and make it catch on as a meme or something. And Justin Bieber's marketing team is massive, by the way. That team is probably larger than all of Disney's lawyers combined. Shit's crazy, and they're doing their best. They're firing on all cylinders. The fucking Justin Bieber's headquartered marketing strategy unit is probably on fire right now, coming up with ideas, because this shit is not landing. It's not doing well. So let me show you some of their desperate attempts to get people interested. You need to look no further than his Instagram page where he posted these things, which are now deleted because it was so utterly pathetic. He was begging fans to just constantly replay on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes, and even gave them a tutorial on how to do it because the Biebs knows that his army of children is not old enough to know what half of these words mean, so he tried to spell it out and put it into a little Comic Sans font that even any 3-year-old could understand. Which is smart, but also scummy, desperate, and pathetic to look at from the outside, especially for someone of Justin Bieber's size. To not be able to get a song to be popular when you're as big as Justin Bieber, that's something special. At Justin's size, you best believe that he could do fucking anything and it would pop off. He could genuinely take a picture of his asshole stretched full of goatsy. He could take a picture with a dead body urinating on it and it would still be an extremely successful post. Tons of engagement, people praising him as a modern artist genius. But this song is so bad that not even they are able to make it popular, so Justin has to try and brainwash them into making it popular. And I'm not stupid enough to think it's Justin posting these things. It's obviously his team of out-of-touch boomers that think this is an okay look, but it's still sad either way. And in the spirit of Justin Bieber and his begging, I'd like to say I think it's very sad that there's people out there that don't watch my streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical. Stop being so fucking sad. Come on over. I'd love to see you over there. I stream almost daily. And it's not just Instagram where the desperation is really up in your face and worn on his sleeve. His YouTube channel is also very clearly desperate here. He has a playlist for Yummy where there's 9 different videos of Yummy in here, but it's all just a re-upload of the song with a different coat of paint on it. There used to be 11, but 2 of them got removed, probably just due to embarrassment. But these horrible little animations here that seem like they were made by one of the Finger family units somewhere with no effort put into it. And then you know your song is a real piece of shit when Lele Pons and her crew of the worst comedians ever can't even make a popular video dancing to it. It's just a song that's flopping real hard, but you can see how hard they're trying. They're getting all of the most robotic, generic YouTubers to do shitty little dance moves to it. It's just not paying off. No one gives a fuck about Yummy. It's a bad song. And yeah, I know it's low-hanging fruit to make fun of Lele Pons and that whole crew. It's a free punching bag that everyone drops their meat on. I get it. But when not even this corporate manufactured group of celebrities can make your song popular, that's something very special, because pretty much anything they put their names on has an audience and gets a lot of eyes, because, you know, kids like that, and then people with real shit taste, of course. But not even they care about Yummy. I'd also like to point out in this video here with Justin on the FaceTime, he looks so fucking bored and uninterested. I'm pretty sure he hates this song, but the record company wanted something really safe and by the numbers, so they came up with this abomination. I feel like he just hates it, and he hates doing these videos. He's never smiling, he looks super bored, he's not even looking at the camera. So, I mean, I almost feel bad for Justin to a certain extent. But yeah, anyway, the playlist goes on. They have lip-syncing videos, Beliebers react videos, which isn't even them reacting, it's just a music video with an occasional blurb from them. They have choreographed dance moves to it. They have this weird food fight video, which is just this phase montage of random clips from TV shows where a food fight breaks out. I don't really understand it at all, but the whole playlist is just sad. But yeah, I've never really seen this before from someone of Justin Bieber's size, to be so openly desperate and crying out for attention and to try and manufacture or artificially inflate the views or the popularity of your song. That's something pretty new, and it's flopping pretty hard, it's backfiring, not many people are enjoying it. Justin Bieber's Instagram is also super weird, because for like a full week he was posting random pictures of babies with the caption #yummy. I mean, the whole fucking thing is just totally weird, and the song's goddamn awful, so I mean, that's about it. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So yeah. I don't think there's any celebrity on the planet that's done more damage to their reputation over the last couple of years than Will Smith. His name has become synonymous with cringe. He discovers new ways to embarrass himself that most scientists didn't even think possible. It's baffling because the call is coming from inside the house. He is the one that is making the conscious decision to open himself up like Goatsy for everyone to take a peek inside, and it is irresistible to point and laugh at what we find. Like, he is the human manifestation of asbestos, where asbestos was once like this really celebrated thing, but over time, as more information came out about it, people realized, oh, this isn't very good. That's what's been happening with Will Smith. Like, I remember growing up, he was like an idol to so many people. And over the last, I'd say like 5 to maybe like 6 or 7 years, he has just become laughable. It just seems like he's stuck in a perpetual humiliation ritual of his own making. And now, his new thing is promoting his tour with AI images of concert goers. So I don't know how many of you know this, Will Smith is on tour right now, he's back making music, and he's got some finger-wiggling boner jams like, I Like Pretty Girls. And he's on tour right now, and he just posted on his official YouTube channel a clip that features an AI-generated crowd. I had to mute the audio, obviously, but there are definitely real people that are going to his tour. I don't think the number is as great as him and his team want it to be, so for their promotional material for the tour, they resort to showing AI-generated crowds cheering and going ballistic for Will Smith. And it's blatantly obvious that it's AI. This is some turbo insecure activity right here. Like, this is an actual, like, midlife crisis meltdown moment where he's like, the numbers aren't where I want them to be. Let's go ahead and fudge it with some AI-generated crowd reactions that love me. It's so fucking odd. I imagine you can see a lot of AI here already. There's, of course, real people that are spliced in here too. But just take a look at this, for example. This clip has me feeling like I hit the crack pipe while on ayahuasca. Like, look at this image. Like, here, we'll just start zooming in a couple of different places. Like, here, look over in this direction. What in tarnation? What the hell are you even looking at when it comes to this? Who is this? Looks like the scary monster that would chase you around in an amnesia horror game. All the people around her too are all anamorphing. If you go in any direction in this section of the video, this is exactly what you'll find. Over on this side of the freak show in the Sea of Monsters, things get really weird. Everyone has completely blended into some, like, amorphous blob. There's one guy here in front of this gray shirt man that looks like Asmongold got hit with like an anvil that flattened him. And then if you go above him, you'll find like a Neanderthal with his arms pumped up, and Jeffrey Epstein taking cover behind him. It is clearly AI, and it's very reminiscent of early AI video footage, like with Will Smith eating spaghetti. It's like one-to-one with that. Because, especially in that, like, last shot there, everyone in the crowd looks identical to that painting you see in every horror game, Saturn devouring his son. It is crazy just how bad the AI crowd is here in his own promotional video. He is just shamelessly using an AI crowd to promote his tour and how, like, emotional it's been. Like, this is why I do it. For this. And then it's like that lady that has like 45 different hands while everyone around her is getting fucking morphed into some giant amalgamation of flesh and bone. It's so pathetic. I really cannot wrap my head around how nobody on his team nor himself saw this and thought, probably a bad idea. People are going to know this is AI. Like, I don't know how that notion never once crossed their minds. Because, again, it's not even like it's good AI where it's, like, indistinguishable from reality. It is clearly an AI crowd in a lot of these shots. And that makes the tour look so bad. It makes it feel like nobody is going. That's the perception now. I guess no one's going to Will Smith's tours because they can't even find enough crowd shots to fill a fucking 58-second promotional video for it. I really cannot believe that he would be in such a bad state financially that he would have to resort to something like this. Like, he was like one of the biggest actors in Hollywood for so long. Like, top-tier A-list actor. He's gotta have unfathomable wealth. Why is he doing this? Like, one has to wonder what has brought him to this. And, like, the endless amounts of embarrassing shit that he himself won't stop talking about. Like, I'm not just gonna regurgitate all of his past scandals and, like, weird behavior and weird stuff, but he himself loves to bring that kind of shit up. Seems to like to wallow in that. Like, he plays around in the pig pen of past controversies proudly. So even years later, he will bring up that incident with Chris Rock where he went on stage and slapped the shit out of him like he was trying to fucking neuralize him via the 5 fingers to the face. Like, he is the one that will bring up things like the slap and all of that. It makes no sense. It feels like he loves when people are laughing at him as opposed to with him. I don't get it. I really don't know. Anyway, just found this silly. Wanted to yap about it a bit. That's it. See ya. R. Kelly is a name that'll strike fear into the hearts of underage girls everywhere. If you see R. Kelly, you're in trouble, because he's going to be pissing on you if you're an underage girl. Most of us already know R. Kelly is a bad person, a fucking cult leader with sex slaves, a horrible, horrible person. And I thought with that video of Drake surfacing recently where he's being very uncomfortably close with a 17-year-old girl on stage, and then after finding out she was 17, he starts fucking kissing her like he was trying to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, and then he compliments how good her breast felt against his chest, all after finding out she was 17. He just made it really fucking weird, going full kiddo mode, and I thought since that came out and everyone's talking about that, why don't we look at some weird shit R. Kelly's done on stage? This was during a recent performance of R. Kelly. This time there wasn't too many golden showers being handed out, but for some reason he went to the front row and asked the women to wipe him. I don't know how common this is at his concerts. Maybe this is his finale, like his Bohemian Rhapsody. I really have no fucking idea, but it's extremely weird, and I don't know how it's sexual, but apparently it is because the girls are going wild, about to fucking faint like they're at the One Direction concert. Holy shit, you're wiping his sweat. And then I like how he sings "Wipe My Nose." That was actually pretty cute. Then the girls are like telling him, wipe his hair, come on. Oh, I'm not going to be able to come if you don't wipe his hair. Oh, shit. Why the fuck would anyone want their tongue wiped? Why would you want a dry tongue? And you already know that shirt they're using to wipe him down is covered in semen, so it's probably the crustiest thing on the fucking planet. It's probably akin to using sandpaper on his tongue. I just don't really see how it's sexy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think this would work at a bar situation as a pickup line. Like, you know, you got a cloth carrying around with you like you're a golfer looking to wipe off his clubs, or a WWE wrestler trying to wipe the sweat off him. You toss it at the girl you're interested in, you say, hey bitch, can you wipe my tongue, and you stick it out. You're going to jail that night. That's not sexy, that's fucking scary. I fucking love that move right there. Oh, keep wiping me! And then all the girls are like touching at his penis like they're all trying to get their hands on the Super Bowl trophy at the end of the game. Now, I don't want to show too much of this clip though, because at some point you can see his semi-chubbed wiener coming out there, and I'm surprised he didn't pee himself or an all over them. But one of the girls pinched the tip, and he recoiled, and because it hurt, obviously. And that's where the video ends. He was shaking his finger like, no, you don't pinch my penis like that. Now let's go ahead and move on to Exhibit B here in front of the court for why R. Kelly's an absolute fucking menace to society. This is from an Ethiopian concert a while back. I believe it was a New Year's concert, and he was trying to recruit women to come back to America with him.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America.
R. Kelly is a lot of awful, horrible things, but one thing he is not is an anti-vaxxer. So at least that's good. He's better than the people in Beverly Hills who for some reason refuse to fucking vaccinate their children because they're so fucking stupid. Fuck you. Anyway, R. Kelly's awful. He's really bad. But what I really like about this clip in particular is that the backup band keeps playing during this lunacy. You can even hear like a backup singer saying, America, as if she's also trying to recruit them to come back with R. Kelly. It's wild. So this was obviously pre-planned. It's not like he just went off book here. So he had to go up to the band and say, hey, look, guys, I'm going to start recruiting here. I need some more sex slaves, and I'd like you guys to help me out here with a really soothing melody. Oh, yeah, anything for you, R. Kelly. Sure, yeah, I got you.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Who wants to come back with us to America?
Really fucking took it home right there. What a performance, an inspired performance. And that is how you recruit for a cult right there, ladies and gentlemen. Learn how to sing. It's all it takes, apparently. R. Kelly's a horrible person. You don't need me to tell you that. But I thought these were two really interesting and fucking weird videos to talk about here. So if you're watching this, R. Kelly, and I know you're not, fuck you, man. That's it. See ya. Nothing gets my penis harder than seeing someone's father nearly drown, which is why I was more than ecstatic to click on the Dobre brothers' newest unscripted savage reel prank, Dad Wakes Up in a River. Let's go ahead and tune in.
Mom.
Are you hooked yet? I know I sure am. Nothing gets my engine revved up like seeing that dance move.
So our dad is sleeping in that pool house down there, and we're gonna put him in the lake. Let's go. In the lake, in the river.
In the river, Poochie.
A little bit of a humble brag right there. Oh yeah, our daddy's sleeping in our 4th pool house, 10 acres that way next to our 3rd mansion. Hey, don't forget to smash that like button and share this video with your savage friends in the daycare so we can continue to afford this place. I also really like this prank idea. Our dad's sleeping. Let's drown him. I got your next prank here, Dobres. This one's free of charge. There's no copyrights on this one. So when your dad goes to take a shit, make sure he uses a toilet that you've rigged with C4, and then you blow it up. I already see a title. Our dad took a poopy, and we blew him up. Gone wrong. Shit would be lit.
Yo, I gotta go get earmuffs.
Alright, so he doesn't wake up?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll meet you inside.
Alright.
You know, boys, I don't think your mom was the right choice for this stealth mission. If this was a Splinter Cell game, a Tom Clancy Splinter Cell title, that would be a fucking game over right there. She just threw the basketball at the rim like a fucking grenade. You're very lucky your dad didn't wake up here. What are the odds that he was able to sleep through that thunderous blast when she beamed it at the basketball hoop? You gotta be smarter here. You really do. It's a high-stakes mission. Well, spit in my dick hole, can you believe that, good luck? Not only did he not wake up after the wife was damn near slapping him in the fucking face with the shooting range earmuffs, but he also turned over to help her get the other earmuff on the ear that she couldn't get to. That is a divine sign. That is God himself saying, drown this motherfucker. And don't even give me that tinfoil conspiracy theory bullshit where the dad's in on it. Yeah, okay, and wrestling's fake, right? That is a man who is so clearly asleep, most likely having wet dreams of Riley Reid's spread butthole. This right here was nothing shy of a miracle. The Dobre brothers out here making some fucking miracles happen. An amazing stroke of good luck right there with that series of unfolding events. Yeah, that dance move never fails to make me laugh. I'm glad they keep doing it. I think their dad's dead. I think he's just fucking dead there. He's such a heavy sleeper, it's crazy. What a savage sleeper. Maybe they drugged him. They should retitle the video, Dad OD'd on Xanax. Now we're dumping the body in a river. What the fuck? I guess they're just padding for time now, so they're doing a little Street Fighter type of deal here, a little impromptu thespian drama club combat course. I don't fucking understand what this is. Fucking knew it. Rest in peace, Dobre Sr. The man died 2 deaths. A real, actual life death, and then the second death being stuck in a Dobre Brothers video. Now they've thrown the body into the fucking hearse here. They've turned the pickup truck to a hearse. This is just goddamn depraved. This is sickening.
Go, Mom.
I wonder if Big Daddy Dobre does his own stunts here. The man is a fucking machine. He doesn't even know what fear is. The only thing running through his bloodstream, pumping through his veins, is courage and bravery. Let's take for a second and assume that this prank was real, which obviously it's not, but let's say it was. He'd 100% wake up on the truck, and when he did, he'd probably freak out, fly out the back, and snap his neck. What a fucking prank. The last time he was ever seen again. Fucking sick stuff, really. The Dobre brothers are evil. Luckily, these fucking idiots videotaped the crime, so I'm sure they'll be charged very soon with getting rid of that body. Honestly, though, the video just ends the way you'd expect. The dad, you know, all of a sudden wakes up. Oh, what in tarnation is this? Oh, you darn kids, you got me again with this prank. Hey, can you like and favorite that video, please? Share it around with your friends. That's how they all go. More high-quality content that we've come to expect from the Dobre brothers. So yeah, my hair's finally transitioning out of that like 2006 emo middle schooler hair length to about like 2009 emo freshman high school length. So we're getting there. The hair's getting long. Pretty soon I'll be looking like fucking John Wick. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about gamers, the elite of the human species, the apotheosis of millions of years of fine-tuned evolution. Now, there's that meme about gamers being oppressed, and it's obviously a joke and shit, but honestly, there's few groups of people that get shit on harder than gamers. Gamers get shit on all the fucking time. Like, no one gets shit on harder, except maybe like pedophiles or people that defend Game of Thrones Season 8. But other than those two, gamers get absolutely annihilated in the media and just in general. When I joke about gamers and all that stuff, it's obviously just as jokes and good fun, no malicious intent behind it. But the reason I'm talking about this is because I just watched something from an Australian sports commentator named Brian Taylor, or as I call him now, Brian Douchebag, where he just it's just very openly rude to an Australian esports team who was attending a football match, and it's not just Brian Douchebag, the entire crew of geriatric old fucks, like the fossils in the booth upstairs, were just making fun of them for their appearance, for what they do for a living, belittling them as people. It was downright just unbearable. Extremely disrespectful and rude. Let me play this shit.
Essendon's esports team, boys. Andrew Rosie Rose is there, and we love him. And Alan Tiger Roger from France is out as well. We love him. Top laner sleeping, and Luch is in there. They're all there. All the boys, the League of Legends. They all look rather unique in their own way. Gadget-type operators.
What a great introduction, how professional. This honestly sounds like a guy pretending to use boomer lingo and words. Gadget-type operator sounds like a word I would put into a script for a character that's supposed to be old and out of it. This guy sounds like he's covering up his insecurities. This guy probably goes home and binges League of Legends while watching lolly porn. Or as he probably calls it, those naked titty girly cartoon moving pictures on the World Wide Web.
How can they all be unique, PT? Because they're all different, Bruce. Zaharakis, computer-type boffins. There's some real nerds in amongst them too. Now look at this. This is the Essendon esports team. And hello, gents. How are you?
What insufferable assholes just laughing at them for even being on camera? This just sounds like those rich pretentious fucks at a country club laughing because one of their members couldn't afford the payment dues. It's so unbelievable to listen to professionals act like giddy high school girls making fun of the outcasts who watch anime. It's just fucking dumb, and especially looking like they do. Look at Brian Taylor, this Frankenstein's monster-looking motherfucker with a pedophile mustache. This guy doesn't look like he plays any sports. He doesn't look athletic. The only activity he gets is chasing children around the block, threatening to tickle them.
Yeah, we're going all right. Going all right. What position do you play in the team?
In our team, I play support.
Support? You're a supporter?
No, in the video game we play for the esports, like we have different roles. Basically, I'm like the support of the team.
Which one's is it the hooch or the looch? Looch. You're looch. Looch.
That's good, mate.
Is the Dusty Martin of esports.
And you're the dusty douchebag of water sports, Brian Taylor. I'm sure you don't know what water sports are, Brian, so I'll break it down for you. It's piss fetishism. It's where one person pees on the other and they get off to it. You look like the kind of man that indulges in that kind of behavior.
The best, yeah.
Oh, have a look at him. Not the normal sort of football-following type, but nevertheless very good when it comes to pushing buttons and going left and right. Well done, boys. I'm not quite sure what it is you do, but very, very nice over here.
What a hero you are, Brian. That was an incredible work there, honestly. There's a man who peaked in high school 70 years ago, and he's still trying to relive the days of picking on the nerd. It doesn't work anymore, Brian, because now you're just fat, old, and really sad. I don't know when this happened. I don't think it's any time recently, just judging by some shit I saw in the video, but even still, this serves as a good example for just gamers constantly being shit on. They didn't even do anything wrong. They just went to a fucking football game, a sports event, and they became a laughing stock for the, you know, the jocks up in the booth, if you can call them jocks. More like the old men that drink themselves into a near coma and put their hands on their wives. But yeah, anyway, I can't wait for Brian and the other limp-dicked commentators in that booth to target the next group of people to insult for no reason at the football game. They'll probably go after old women next that are watching the sport and just make fun of them. Real tough guys in that booth up there. But just wanted to share this with all of you, and I'm raising the flag, the banner, to rally behind me, all the gamers, so that way we may rise up and tell the world to check out my streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical. I'd love to see them all there. That's it, everyone. So yeah. Humanity has never unanimously agreed on something in its entire history of existence. There's people that don't believe in dinosaurs. People fucking unironically believe the world is flat and that the snow is not real and the snow that we get is just plastic or toxic chemicals that are making their dicks smaller. There is never been a case where everyone in the world agrees on something until Jeffrey Epstein died in prison. You see, everyone in the world pretty much agrees that he was killed. There's the huge meme, Jeffrey Epstein didn't commit suicide. Somehow, this has united humanity, at least in some small way, in the belief that Jeffrey Epstein's death was at least fishy. Now, what does that have to do with today's video of a boomer telling the worst lie that's ever been recorded? Well, it's because that boomer is Prince Andrew, and he's facing child sex charges in wake of Jeffrey Epstein's case coming to light. And here he is defending himself with the worst fucking lying I've ever seen. Everyone's lied. You know, I'm sure some of you have lied about eating the last cookie in your mom's cookie jar, but no one has ever told a lie less convincing than Prince Andrew's.
She described dancing with you, and you profusely sweating, and that she went on to have bath, possibly.
There's a slight problem with the sweating, because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat.
There's a bulletproof defense right there, Prince Andrew. Yep, you've really convinced us now. You could literally see on his face those old senile gears in his head turning, firing on all cylinders, turning on the turbo afterburners to come up with any excuse possible, and he drums up the dumbest fucking one imaginable. You could hear him stuttering like a child in elementary school who got called on to read a book out loud in front of the class, and then he comes up with, well, that can't possibly be correct because I don't sweat.
Or I didn't sweat at the time, and that was, oh, actually, yes, I didn't sweat at the time because I had suffered what I would describe as an overdose of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at.
Well, there you have it. That's ironclad, watertight. Throw the whole fucking story out now. Clearly, this man is such an adrenaline junkie, such a seasoned veteran, battle-hardened gladiator, warrior, championship monster man, fighting on the front lines of battle, eating bullets for breakfast for the sake of his country, and his body is no longer capable of producing sweat. An autonomic function of the body is now just rendered useless to this man's chiseled grease. I mean, it's laughable when you think that a man like him is capable of sweating after everything he's been through. To accuse him of something so mundane as sweat, it's laughable. Laughable. You know who else doesn't sweat, Prince Andrew? Reptilians. Something to think about.
And I simply, it was almost impossible for me to sweat. And it's only because I have done a number of things in the recent past that I'm starting to be able to do that again. So I'm afraid to say that there's a medical condition that says that I didn't do it, so therefore.
Well, science doesn't lie. To be fair, I also very rarely sweat, even if I work out really hard. Some people just sometimes have a hard time sweating. You know who's not one of those people? Prince Andrew. It takes one simple Google search to find thousands of pictures of this man sweating like a fucking faucet being turned on. This fucking boomer sweats more than a hentai lover in church. I don't know why he would tell a lie that is so easily thrown out by just Googling Prince Andrew sweat. It's fucking stupid, man. What a horrible goddamn lie.
Do you know you didn't meet her, or do you just not remember meeting her?
No, I don't know if I've met her, but no, I have no recollection of meeting her.
That's gotta be such a sad question to get asked. Are you sure you didn't meet her, or is it possible you just don't remember meeting her because you're such a high-level fucking senile boomer?
She provided a photo of the two of you together.
Yes.
Your arm was around her waist.
Yes.
You've seen the photo.
I've seen the photograph.
How do you explain that?
I can't.
Well, you can't argue with that. It's pretty useless when the question is just answered with a, I don't know. Like if my girlfriend came home, Charlie, why is there the crusty sock in the laundry room and pubic hair trimmings in the sink? I have no idea. I don't know who's done that, perhaps a burglar. He must have come in and trimmed his pubes in our sink and jerked off in a sock. Just not getting any answers out of him throughout the rest of the interview. It's just kind of boring from here on out. But I just really wanted to talk about the I don't sweat line. I don't know what the allegations even are against Prince Andrew. I don't know what he's accused of. All I know is that anyone in the world that's ever told a lie, which is everyone out there, can immediately recognize all of that leading up to the I don't sweat and the I don't sweat as a really shitty lie that anyone would be embarrassed of. That's the kind of lie you'd tell in high school and lie awake at night just cringing about into your 30s. It's like, and the way he gets to it with the stuttering, sounding like Patrick Starr going about Man Ray. I don't sweat. It's just fucking, it's sad, you know, that's the lie that he chose. The fucking I don't sweat. It's a classic. And yeah, that's really just about it. So yeah. I just watched Amy Schumer's new Netflix comedy special, Growing. It's It's about as bad as you'd expect. I was going to do a proper moist meter for this, but I thought even putting this on the moist meter would damage its reputation, and let's be honest, these days the moist meter is talked about in the same sentence as Nobel Prizes, the Oscars, and people trust the moist meter more than they do their own fucking family these days. So putting Amy Schumer's growing on the moist meter would have just been an insult. So I'm just going to binge you over and raw dog you with the goods and the bads of this comedy special. We'll go ahead and start about what's good with it. That ends that segment. That about covers that. Let's move on to the bad. Everything. This whole fucking thing is a giant stinker. I don't think anyone here clicked on this as an Amy Schumer fan, you know, an Amy Schumer fanatic, a Schumer schmuck, an Amy Lamey. I don't know what you call your fan base, Miss Schumer, but I don't see many Amy Schumer advocates or fans, so I don't think many of you clicking on this were expecting me to give like a, you know, is this worth watching? Because the answer is a resounding no. And you already know that. But I watched it so you don't have to. I can sum up the entire thing in a couple of sentences. Because there's about 4 parts to this comedy special, if you even want to call them parts. And surprisingly, none of them are really my vagina. The classic Amy Schumer she's known for with the stinky pussy that she jokes about. I'm not insulting her vagina. I haven't smelt it. I haven't seen it. But all evidence points to it being an absolute horror to behold, according to her stand-up specials, of which I've seen every stand-up she has ever done. She is a fascinating comedy artist. Her comedy stylings have no equal in terms of how bad they are. So yes, I've dabbled in watching all of them. And apparently her vagina is something out of this world in a negative way, according to her. Anyway, that entire region of her body is not the focal point of her stand-up routine for this special, probably for the first time in her career. She does talk about her pussy a little bit in terms of like a period. She makes some jokes about a period. And I use the term joke lightly. When you're talking about Amy, you have to really stretch the definition of what a joke is. So when I say joke, just know it's not exactly a joke. She talks about period stuff, but the big 4 parts are 1, she's pregnant and she was overweight, so no one knew she was pregnant. That's a whole segment. And then the next 3 segments are, my husband is autistic. Next part, let's make fun of my husband for being autistic. The next part, my husband's dick is big and I'm repulsed to have sex with him. Like, she refuses to have sex with him, and that's a whole statement. They're married and now she wants nothing to do with his penis. That's the entire stand-up routine broken down for you in like chapters of the book. Those are the cliff notes right there. And it's not good, obviously, but that's a given going into an Amy Schumer special. Let me go ahead and get this out of the way. I don't hate female comedians. Please don't play that card. She's just not a good female comedian. If you want a really good female comedian, I'll shout one out. Tig Notaro. I really enjoy her stand-up. So there's a little shout out right there. I enjoy some female comics. Amy Schumer is not a comic. I don't even know what you would call this brand. She makes up stories to be relatable. She talks about taking a subway, but Amy grew up into an extremely wealthy family, and she is extremely wealthy, so there's no way she has ever stepped foot on plebeian transportation shit like that, so she has no idea what that's about, and all those stories are blatantly obvious that they're fabricated, and it just doesn't work. But she's going for that hashtag so relatable humor, and I guess it does work because she is successful. But anyway, I said the things in 4 parts, but it's really not. To be honest, there's quite a bit here in terms of the subject she hits, but those are the big 4. She has a part where she goes on political jokes. I don't care for political content. I don't think any political comedy has any staying power ever. No one's going to watch something, you know, this 3 years from now and laugh at any of the political jokes she made. I don't think political comedy is good in any capacity done by any comedian. That's just my personal opinion. And she does have a segment where she talks about that. And that's really all of it. That was the only other part that I could really put into a group here, because everything else fell into one of the 4 categories that I listed before. It's not good. There's nothing here good. And to be honest, that about sums it up. I don't think any of you are, you know, foaming at the mouth, just eager to watch Amy Schumer's new comedy special, but now you know my opinion of it. Go watch it if you want to. That's totally in your right if you'd like. I just think it was a big old shitter. It was stinky as fuck, man. Like, it's not even so bad it's good to laugh at. It's just sad, honestly. And that's it. Classic Amy Schumer, baby. See ya. I know in this day and age many people aren't religious anymore. However, there's one man that stands against the blasphemers, and that is Pastor Jeffrey, the Indian evangelist. He's here to instill the good word of God in the entire world to save us all. Here's a video of him giving a fucking rock concert here or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but people from all across the globe are gathered here to watch him perform, and they're just fucking loving it. Look at him go wild here. It's like ultras coming early. Oh my goodness, just dancing the demons right out of them, having seizures. That's what it's all about. Bringing dead family members here because they don't want them to miss the fun either. They're just tossing fucking corpses in the mosh pit now. Look at that, already 3 overdoses down there on the ground. People are already headbanging. He hasn't even begun singing yet, let alone performed his hit single, Nothing's Gay in the Eyes of God, as long as you talk about fantasy football. This lady's been fucking hypnotized by Jeffrey. He's casted a spell on her. He's making her see a giant ice cream cone that she wants to lick but just can't because it's not real. Just more of Jeffrey's voodoo magic. I really like the professional camera work done here. It's like the intro to Chris Angel's Mind Freak. A little zooming in, zooming out, a little twisting and turning. Then we get a nice pan to Jeffrey who's telling her to fetch. I'm not quite sure what the fuck that hand gesture means. And then this mindless zombie waddles toward Jeffrey and then collapses to the ground very slowly. I know it looks like she did that on her own free will, kneeled down, but in fact that was actually just more of Jeffrey's sorcery. Jeffrey also appeals to men. Look at this fucking friendly father of 2 just wildly playing the air guitar and then clobbering his kids. Jeffrey is like the Indian Kilgrave, just tells people to do something and they're going to do it. Now that movie just performed on the Old Timer. That's one that's restricted in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's a forbidden technique right there. It's called the frontal lobe flabbergaster. There's a certain place you press on the forehead, and if you put enough pressure, it fucking destroys the person. That poor old man never stood a chance against Jeffrey. Now here, Jeffrey's transmitting Bible juices into the disabled man, which is gonna fix his leg. He's the best in the business when it comes to healing injured people. You're gonna see the results immediately right here. Look at this. Hands him his fucking broken lacrosse stick and sends him on his way. No surgery required, just holding hands with Jeffrey. That's all you need. You're 100% good to go. This woman didn't even have legs until today's service. By simply entering the building and being in Jeffrey's presence, she grew legs and is now about to learn how to use them. Jeffrey's not just going to teach her how to use those legs to walk and do mundane tasks. He is now going to bless her with the ability to compete in the Winter X Games. Now we all know there's 3 versions of the Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Jeffrey Testament. But I don't know how many of you read the Jeffrey Testament cover to cover like I did, so I'd like to share a sermon from the Testament with you all. In Jeffrey Christ 14:15 it states, "The Lord has blessed us with a world filled with so many heavy objects for us to pick up and put back down so that we can build bigger muscles. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Swoly Spirit, may this creatine bless my gains. Waymen." As you can tell by Jeffrey's chiseled Adonis-like physique, he is an avid bodybuilder. I love this shit. Look at this. Look at all these people fucking going wild. It's like he's the One Direction of Indian evangelists. People fucking fainting. This woman dancing like a scarecrow falling down a flight of stairs. Shit's fucking nuts. This is the kind of concert I want to go to where I can stand in the front row and some asshole can poke me in the head and I fall over. Now he's blasting her with a fucking force shockwave. Move over, Darth Vader. What the fuck is going on here? This woman just getting let out of jail? Why is she being restrained by 4 people? I've only watched about 3 minutes of this video, so pretty much everything for the last couple of seconds and everything going forward now is going to be new to me. So I'm gonna try and learn with you all here, live. Well, not live, but kind of. It's not even close to live. Not even kind of. This looks like some shit I used to do when I was a kid, trying to fucking conjure Kamehameha waves. Except this man makes millions of dollars doing it, so joke's on me, I guess. That woman just wanted an excuse to headbutt her grandmother. Holy shit, look at the size of this crowd. He sold out the Staples Center. What's going on here? Why is everyone clearing a circle? About to be a breakdance competition between Jeffrey and this woman? Or is she like the final boss of evangelism? If he converts her, he wins. Woman slapping the stage like an angry Hitler. Everyone's in a trance. That woman's shaking invisible pepper shakers. Now she's conducting an invisible orchestra. Holy shit. Why is everyone acting like this? What is going on? Crying and just going berserk? Did he fucking pepper spray each individual person in here? In order to attend my event, you must pay top dollar and be subjected to Christian spray. Trust me, it's good for your eyes. Oh fuck. Red alert, this man's ejaculating. Someone get him a napkin. What just happened? Is he being electrocuted over there? Is this what it looks like when someone reads the Krabby Patty secret formula? So far, this is my favorite act of his performance. He's interviewing his victims, the ones that he Christian air blasted into oblivion. He's asking them how it felt or something. just getting their testimonial, and then it shows an instant replay. They just fucking refer to the Jumbotron to relive the moment. Ah, yes, I remember you. Yours was by far my favorite exorcism. Let's go to the replay booth. Look at you. The demon was taking control. You tried to dodge me, but I found you and fucking Hadokened you. Look at that. Sniped. Christianity wins again. I like how he's pointing at her now, making an example out of her. You see what I did to her? I'll do it to all of you. If you don't pay for more of my shows, buy my books and shit, I'll do it. I will blast your shit real fucking hard. I will destroy that anus with my air blast.